products and THC-infused beverages are once again illegal in Ohio.
So there's a tug and pull going on right now in Ohio.
A tug and pull.
Yeah. Well, I didn't think of it like that, but maybe I should say there's a lot going on in Ohio. I don't know.
There's a slap and tickle going on in Ohio right now.
So obviously the new thing kicked in how they're managing hemp.
Right.
But then there's also a last-minute entry into this.
A last-minute entry?
Yeah, there's a judge, I believe in a Sandusky court. Yeah, take a look at it. They put, because we just added, this just kind of came in on the story after we started to put it together, and it kind of came in. So there's been some sort of a restraining order or some sort of stay that's been put on this particular execution.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, do you have that?
I do not have that, no.
Shoot, it should be in there. But anyway, that's kind of what happened. And so, do we have video on this one? All right, so Mike, this is Mike DeWine.
Yeah.
Dumb bitch.
All right.
The maximum allowable THC levels for extracts has been reduced to 70%, down from 90%. Okay, so that's one of the potency caps. Storage and transport, marijuana and edibles must remain in their original packaging even after they're being opened.
That's another thing, man.
Lowering the potency. That's
so if you have that package that we had and we open it and there's 2 pre-rolls in it, is it in its package or not in its package?
Yeah. Oh, good question.
Because everything in this industry is overpackaged as fuck.
Right. Double or triple
So
package.
if you open the external package, is that an open container? Is that an open package?
I don't know.
And it's left.
I think that's how law enforcement looks at it.
And that's the problem. Because you might just have an external. Like these packages are then sealed even further inside the first seal of the package.
Right? Yeah, so you can't break this.
How do you deal
get
with
it from the store? You have to get it home. You can't open it in the car.
Right.
Now
that's pretty much been the rules.
But if you have a case of beer, as long as the can's not open, it's not an open container. You can take a case of beer that you took 2 6-packs out of, and you're taking 2 6-packs over to my house to hang out with me. That's it. That's not a full package.
Yeah, but that's always been the rule with the cannabis. It has to be an original package for transport, things like that.
It just, I mean, a lot of people buy this shit and they move it into something more manageable.
Sure.
Than this over packaging scenario that we constantly see.
Yeah.
Or just the
Well, so
quantity.
once you get it home, you can do what you want with it.
Or if you
buy
rolled
an
it up.
ounce, you have to carry the ounce around with you all the time?
Yeah.
You can't take a joint somewhere. You have to carry the whole ounce.
No, they're not saying that. They're saying when you buy a product from the store.
Yeah, but what if you buy a Z?
You bought an ounce, right?
Yeah.
And you opened a Z from
you
the
rolled
store.
it up.
It's an open package.
In a lot of places, you have to smoke at home, right, or on your property. Not allowed to smoke in public.
You
Well,
can't
that's
smoke in
Ohio.
public, but why can't you take it from one private place to another private place? This is a private place.
You bought
Your house
flour.
is a private place.
I don't know those intricacies.
No? King, what do you think?
Well, again, I think law enforcement's going to look at it like an open container. There's some states you can't even have it in the driver's compartment. You got to have it in the trunk.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Actually, in vehicles, open packages and paraphernalia must be kept in the trunk or behind the last row of seats,
Boom.
Yep.
out of the
Ohio.
driver's reach.
So it says open what? One more time? Open containers?
In vehicles, open packages and paraphernalia must be kept in the trunk or behind the last row of seats.
Okay, so there you go.
So if you're
Marijuana and edibles must be in their original packaging even after being opened. So I guess
okay,
you open up your
okay.
pre-rolls.
Okay.
All right.
Or like I said, if you bought an ounce, it's marked an ounce on there. You have to carry the whole thing around. You separate it.
Well, I think what Bill's saying is as long as it stays, you don't have to keep it full. You just have to keep it in its original packaging.
Right.
Yeah,
And
so you'd
again,
have
And again, some of these packages have 3 layers to them.
Yeah.
Some of these packages, you can't even get the shit open. You literally destroy the outside layer trying to get something open. I don't know how you'd keep it in its original packaging.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, I don't know.
All right, whatever.
This is my favorite part, though. Marketing and edibles. The law prohibits the sale of edibles shaped like animals, fruit, or fictional characters.
Okay, so that's kid prevention.
Can't get your SpongeBob edibles
prevention, I
anymore.
get
So you'd like shit like Flintstone vitamins?
Yeah, exactly.
That wouldn't work?
Right.
That makes sense.
Little SpongeBob gummies.
I mean, that makes total sense.
Yeah, it's to avoid children eating them.
Absolutely.
Shit. Okay.
Ooh. Workers fired for violating an employer's drug policy are now specifically ineligible for state unemployment benefits
In Ohio.
in Ohio.
Run that by Todd Father one more time.
Sure. Workers who have been fired for violating an employer's drug policy are now specifically ineligible for state unemployment benefits.
Okay, so our policy here at Cough Country TV is that you must fail a
Must.
drug test.
Okay, all right.
And if we think that you smoke just to get a job, we're going to test your hair. So if we were in Ohio,
Right.
so let me get this right. If we were in Ohio right now,
Right.
that means that if we fired somebody for not smoking,
They would be ineligible for the state's unemployment
ain't
benefits.
that a bitch? Ain't that a bitch?
Yep.
You get
that's an
fired from
interesting
Cough
twist.
Country. You get fired from Cough Country TV because you're not smoking weed, and now the state comes down on you even heavier and says you're not eligible for any type of benefits
Right.
at this point because you broke your employer's drug policy.
Well, it's interesting, too, that they point out the employer's drug
We're going to
policy.
fix this system right up, King. We got a way to fix them. They didn't plan for this. I assure you, they didn't think we were going to do this.
But it's interesting, right? Because it's the employer's policy. So this employer, their policy might be you can't bring it in here, right? And this other policy might be you can't test positive above a
Right.
certain limit.
Why an individual's company's drug policy
Exactly.
should have anything to do with your citizenship and your rights as a citizen
Right.
is nonsense.
I agree.
So again, Mike the Swine, put his picture up. He's right there in preview. This is what you're dealing with. Dick.
Nerd.
What a douchebag.
Fuck you too, dumb bitch.
All right, we got him. We got him. We got him. All right.